You ever met someone who is just fake? I mean, they're not who they exactly claim to be. I mean, they may act like a clout-chasing gangster one moment, but when it no longer suits their assets, they change and say and do whatever they need to produce more. Hey, what is up there, guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of The Evolve. Now, that intro that you just seen just there came from a past video that I did just a few weeks ago. 2 months ago, I did a video on Grizzley and his Eminem diss. As he was dissing Eminem, and he was doing a lot of tweeting and a lot of diss towards Eminem and Royce because they wouldn't put him on. And he said things like, you know, Eminem don't run Detroit. Not just in his diss, but on Twitter. And he retweeted a lot of different things. And this hyped up his album. His album came out, and his album didn't do well at all. It was close darn near to a flop. But after the weak sales, then he came back and said, and he apologized, and he said it was just a misunderstanding. It was a misunderstanding. Today I want to go a little bit over on that past video, talking and reminding everyone of Grizzley's misunderstanding. Now, I'm doing this not to be a hater, but I'm doing this because there's a point I want to make in this video that I keep seeing time and time again with regards not just to Eminem, but with regards to a lot of popular artists, on how people use and they diss and they use bigotry and hate. But when it suits them best, then they change and they do a brand new dance, just like Grizzley. Now, yes, here in 2020, Eminem has put that in the past, and he has let that go, and he had hopped on a Cypher with all these Detroit rappers, along with Grizzley, that just a few weeks ago was dissing him and dissing him really hard. Although Eminem has put that in the past and he hopped on with these guys, it doesn't negate the fact and blind us from the fact of what these young guys do and how we hate until we can get what we want. And it's just the formula that I feel needs to be exposed and needs to be reminded. Regardless, I listened to the Cypher. I wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed by Grizzley's verse and a lot of other people on there. But anyway, we're going to go to my video to update you all just what happened there. And there are going to be some spots that I stop that I want to talk about and update for the 2020. Let's play on. So then Grizzly, so then TG, as you guys know the story, he dissed Eminem. And then Royce, he finds out from Royce after all of this had went down and he done made the sales and stuff is a little bit slow now. Now he comes back and he does say, Royce alerted him and let him know, hey, wait, Eminem had just asked me about working with him. He was going to work with him, so I told him just wait a bit and whatnot. But yeah, I work with the guy. So you guys know the story. Basically, Grizzley, he goes on an Instagram rant and he's like, he blames it on Royce. He's like, I could have worked with him. You supposed to be doing that for Detroit. You supposed to be looking out for me. How you gonna tell him not to work with me now? Put me on. So he blamed all that on Royce, and he had a few more words for M and Royce and all that good stuff. So after a while, things just died off. And now we're here today, and he's dancing a new dance. Now, let me stop right there. Before I let you all listen to what I had to say about the new dance, let me just say that once again, this is what I was talking about. Grizzley, he was not only, if you haven't looked at his diss, this is kind of what he said, but not only was the diss, but he was going on interviews and saying, yeah, because I got to stand up for Detroit, and when people don't reach out, and he was going at Royce, and he was mad at Royce because he dissed him, but then Royce told him, why did you diss him? Now, some people back then was saying, oh, it didn't mean for it to be a diss, it wasn't a diss. No, he said it was a diss. Royce said it was a diss. Eminem, everybody interpreted it as a diss. Everyone knew it was a diss. he was retweeting other people back then that were saying things like, I brung it up in a even later video. He was retweeting, like one of the retweets was a guy had said, way to stand up to Eminem, he needs to support more local rappers. He retweeted that. So it was a diss. It was shots at him. But new dance here in 20. Play on. Not that hard. I don't know what this is. I don't know. This is the new dance. This, whenever you see me do this, this is the new dance. So he's dancing the new dance. It's not that, yo, I run Detroit up in this muck. Why y'all talking about You know who I am? I'm the biggest thing popping right now. Now he's dancing the new dance. Mamacita, I'm your papi and I want to meet ya. But anyway, yeah. Y'all know what I mean, man. So, he gets on an interview with TMZ, and I may play it, but if not, if I feel it's gonna get copyrighted, I'll just play the audio. But let's play a little piece. Let's play the first clip of what he had to say.
This whole Eminem drama. Look, are you guys ever gonna squash this beef?
So, shout out to Eminem. Shout out to Royce. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out. Did he just shout? This is weird. This ain't that gangster. This ain't that TG. Only thing I need is the streets. It's a shout out that you shouting out him. Shout out to him. Shout out to being real new right now. Let's play the. So why I was so surprised back then, why I was so surprised that he was like, shout out to him? Because it wasn't shouting out to him. He wasn't saying that. That wasn't the tone. That was not the energy he was given before his album came out, before the sales and whatnot. It was not shout out to him. It was the diss M. It was M don't run nothing in Detroit. M ain't that guy. I run Detroit. He said that, people. Just a few weeks ago. But it looks like he said that so that he can get some intimate's attention so that he can play on. Next clip.
So, shout out to Eminem. Shout out to Royce. You know what I'm saying? I talked to Royce the other day. It was really just a big misunderstanding, you know what I'm saying? So, definitely gonna come with 8 Mile too. Feel me?
So that wasn't just like a joke. You were saying like
no, I'm talking shit. I don't know about 8 Mile, so we gonna come with it, but we.
So it was just a misunderstanding. TG, all that dissing and all those interviews during the time of your album. And you saw all the people that were saying and pumping you up on this and flocking to your album because of the diss. You never said anything back then that it was a misunderstanding. So for all of those that say, yeah, he's young, people misunderstand. Nah, you didn't say none of this misunderstanding. Misunderstand? It was a misunderstanding. Back then, we've heard that. We've heard that in 2019 and 20. How many rappers after dissing him, how many people have said it's a misunderstanding? Huh? I couldn't understand what he meant by it was back then, and I still don't understand today. What do you mean it was a misunderstanding? You diss him. I would have more respect if he didn't say it was a misunderstanding. If he would have manned up and said, I think I'm gonna say this in that part of the video. But I would have more respect if he would have said, yeah, I dissed you, man, but you used to do it, and I was caught in my feelings and whatnot. Because yeah, Eminem he used to do it. Eminem he used to do the same thing. He used to diss people. Now some of the people he legitimately didn't like. Now there are other times Contrary to what super stans will say, there are other times that Eminem, he dissed for clout back then. He sure enough did, to get his name out there, and he knew that certain celebrities and certain names, it was a marketing strategy. It was good. It was for clout. That's all right. He didn't have to do that now because, but even in his diss, the thing is, the difference between when Eminem did it back then and he dissed for clout, he did it with skill and talent. The people that diss here now, they're not even trying. They just say stuff. There's no skill, there's no talent behind it. They just say stuff and put stuff out there, or either the track is trash. Moving on.
Like I said, I don't know about 8 Mile, so we gonna come with it, but we definitely got some music coming though. You know what I'm saying? Royce got a project on the way. I got a project on the way. You know, M like the big dog in the city, so.
So, M the big dog in the city. Okay. Before I play y'all what I had to say back then and why this one shocked me the most, what T Grizzley is about to say and what he said about Eminem being the big dog of the city, before I let you all see what I said back then, I gotta say, it's the new dance. Eminem is the big dog of the city. All these, it's funny because I looked at the people that was on this Detroit Cypher, and 2 of them were one of the ones back then that was retweeting, that was tweeting at T Grizzley about how he got at M. And yeah, and agreeing and liking the status about, yeah, M don't stand up for local rappers. Yeah, M is played out anyway. Yeah, T Grizzley, where'd he get it? It's a new day. Like 2 of them on this Cypher. And the 3rd one, he liked the status. So 3 of these people on this whole little Cypher, they were all new. Just shows that, you know, when the time comes, you know, we would, if given the opportunity, we would get on. It just shows that, you know, if given the opportunity, you know, and if it suits us best, hey, if Emma is going to reach out to us, he's going to get on the track, all right, we were just playing, it was a misunderstanding. This happened time and time again. Time and time again. But M, the big dog of the city, you said you were the big dog. That's the whole reason you dissed him. Now he's the big dog of the city. Play on. Run Detroit now. So what you said back then, you were just lying. You were just clout. So now he the big dog and you shouting him out. M, you that big dog in the city. Oh. So now M run Detroit. So now he's the big dog. So now you showing your respect. So now you're honoring M. Because back then when your album was out and you were making the sales that first week, and things weren't slow and you didn't know that you had the opportunity to get on with him, you wasn't saying this. Once again, you didn't say this was a misunderstanding back then. You ran with that dialogue. So you meant what you said. I mean, if you're going to apologize, then apologize. Don't make it as a misunderstanding. We're not even using that I was young and I was dumb, and you're passing the blame. See, this is a prime red flag of a not sincere apology and not a apologetic person. A unapologetic person will push the apology on someone else. It's someone else's fault. In this case, it's our fault. We should have never thought it was a diss. We misunderstood that. Once again, it's the fans and it's the stands. Shame on y'all. If I was him. You know what, guys? I'm going to skip ahead to this video because this original video, it was pretty long. But there was one more part I wanted you all to hear that he said. And it was something along the lines of T Grizzley, in the midst of his little apology, in the midst of saying that Eminem is the big dog, you know, he's still trying to be tough. He's still trying to show, you know, all the other Detroit rappers that, yeah, I ain't totally submitting to the white guy, white dude, white boy, because... And then he said something, because I don't need nobody. But then in the same sentence, he said, but I needed M. But I needed M at the time because I could only get so far. My album only did like 13K, so I needed M. So all it did. It's a mess. Listen to this. Hard to say, but let me play it first.
Before the actual collab comes out.
Yeah, but even if we never do, it's all love, you feel me? Because at the end of the day, the way I came out, I ain't never need nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when you get to a certain level, you do kind of need people to shoot up even higher, though. You know what I'm saying? So I hope it can get done, but if not, it's still all love, though.
Okay, stop this. Me coming up, I didn't really need nobody. But now I'm at the point that I need somebody. Are you serious? How do people buy this stuff, man? I didn't really need nobody back then, but now I need somebody. So hook me up. I'm at the point where, how can you justify it? He just basically said it, people. I didn't need nobody. Now I'm at the point where I need M. So you know what, M? I apologize. It was a misunderstanding. You got me on 8 Mile too, though. I need you right now, my dude. We both from Detroit. We got that. I'm from Detroit. You from Detroit. So, let's come to the end of this video. Now, some of you all are probably feeling a certain way and gonna dislike this video because you all get over it. He's reaching out to Detroit rappers. They're all good now. Yeah, they're good. But are they really good? Are they good only because it suits them now? Only because Eminem has done what they wanted? If Eminem never decided to reach out and get on a Cypher with them, would we still see more diss from these Detroit rappers? Will we still see them tweeting like they past did? I mean, is this really respecting hip-hop? Is this really respecting a guy? I mean, are you really respecting someone? I mean, are you really respecting someone when you submit only when it suits you? When you are humbled and caring only when it suits you? I mean, that's not respect at all. I mean, respect comes in, true respect comes in the times of turmoil, in the times of stress and down, and when you feel that you're out. When you can find the way to humble yourself in the midst of being disrespected or feeling alone, then that speaks volume. So in closing, that's why I just wanted to put this video out there. I just wanted to cast a spotlight on how long do we let this go? How is this constantly all right in hip hop? We diss and then, it was for the culture. We diss and, it was just a misunderstanding.